Hey, what's up, friend? You are you interested in lack of skill? Yeah. Or maybe some suck. I'm just a new guy for the love of game. We don't go, I know it's bad. Times have changed, but not my mad. Don't you know that games are my thing? Yeah, I know it's getting real late. Come on, look at me. I even do storytelling. Also, podcasts on great game subjects. Okay, yeah, I'm not a Markiplier or a PewDiePie. But hey, that's what makes me so unique, right? 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 Hello everybody, I am NikoTheLegend, and guess who I have as the co-host back on the show? It's Karalyn. Karalyn, just thanks for being here, because, you know, this, every episode we do now, it's not, you see the camera? You know, me missing?
You are missing, yeah.
It's not that anymore. It's not just one person. It's two. So we're just gonna. Oh, the camera's over there. Oh, that's what it was. So we have the. That's why it was so hard to set this up, because the camera's over there and I had the camera there.
I like the camera there.
Yeah. Okay. So if there's any like green screen like not taking over or anything, it's because I had the camera more over there. See, this is.
Yeah.
This is why this is fun to do. Okay, so we're here for another episode on the Niko show, or Niko and Karalyn show. Karalyn, what is our topic today?
Our topic is music.
Perfect. Yeah, we're talking all about music today. I keep thinking the mic's over there. I mean, the camera. We're talking all about music today.
All about music.
All about music. So
to be or not to be.
Yeah. So you might like what we have to talk about, or might not. You don't have to deal with it either way, right?
Kind of like Nick's hat.
Kind of like, I like Nick's hat. Yes, it's over the top. Karalyn, what did I ask you after I put my hat on?
The hat? No,
I asked her if she wanted to put this on. This is actually the normal Niko hat. There's a lot of power behind this hat, but
that looks like Super Mario Brothers hat. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Karalyn. Yeah.
Next, I'll ask you to wear a Santa hat, because I do have that too.
I'm sure you do.
It's a Saint Nick hat.
Saint Nick, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a gift. No, I
From
lied.
Saint Nick?
It wasn't a gift. Yeah, it was a gift to myself. This is when I used to work at Publix. They were selling Christmas hats, and back in like 2012, and I bought one to live up to the name.
So did you ever wear it while you were drumming?
Drumming? No.
Santa hat?
No.
Or was it always this?
It was actually always this.
Okay.
So the Santa hat only comes up on while I'm streaming and doing the episodes when it's Kris Kringle time.
Oh.
Yeah, it's seasonal. This is seasonal.
This has a season?
Well, I mean, this is a ghost. I mean, I could wear this.
I really have no idea what that hat is.
It's
like, I really don't. I just.
It's Pokemon.
It's really? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Are you freaked out more by the hat or me now?
A whole bit of both.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, if you see
Okay.
if you see Karalyn slowly turning translucent, it's because she has the ability to do that, and she's exiting stage left. Yeah, exactly.
Pokemon. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Pokemon. Listen, Karalyn, I've been playing it since I was a kid.
Okay.
And it's pretty much attached to me,
gotcha.
Figuratively.
Okay.
And,
did you ever wear that while you were playing drums?
No.
Might be a cool look.
I know. I should.
You would tie in the music.
Yeah.
With the Pokemon.
You
could start a band.
Of what? Just playing like Pokemon music?
Pokemon.
I'm sure that's already been done.
I haven't heard one around here.
Yeah, but you didn't. Oh, okay, around here, yeah. Maybe.
Really?
She's full of great ideas.
Yeah.
I'm all about it.
Yeah.
You're starting something that's gonna get me like all like inspired and stuff.
All the video game theme songs.
There's people already do that though.
You could like put it on your kick drum.
The hat?
Like a picture of the hot hat or like Pokemon.
The hot hat?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, it's a devilish idea, Karalyn.
It's brilliant.
It's brilliant.
Come on.
Will you be the groupie or the
Man,
entrepreneur?
I'll be the manager. I'll be the manager.
First gig is don't wear the hat.
Oh, no. If we're doing Pokemon, the band, you need the hat.
I need that. All right.
I mean, do they have the whole outfit?
No, that might be. You know how you felt when I asked you about that? To wear it? That's how I'll feel about the outfit.
So you do have limits. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah, you know, I don't have any like Pokemon Snuggies or anything.
No.
I mean, if you want me to buy one, I can buy one, but I won't wear it. Let's just be like Karalyn. And that's it. It would be like a stage prop, like hanging over, like little arms hitting you.
Might. I just got an idea.
All right, well, hold that great devious idea. Okay, so like I said, I'm Niko and this is Karalyn. We're talking about music. Before we get into that, if you guys like what you see today, feel free to check out the YouTube channel. Check out all the links down below. You'll find everything you need to find about Karalyn and I. We're all over social media. We're like a disease, unfortunately, but that's just the way life is.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking from experience. But if you like the video, see it on YouTube, that's great. This is also an audio format on Spotify. And then that's the third party. First party is Libsyn, but no one knows what that. Nobody knows that website. I didn't even know that website. So Spotify is the go-to place if you want to hear our lovely voices. Or I can do an episode where it's just Karalyn talking and I edit all my audio, my personal audio out, and it's just Karalyn's voice. Watch me make just $1 million from that idea. Okay, so everyone looks okay. We're all okay. All right. So, Karalyn, I don't like how the weather is not cold. I'm gonna hit you with that.
You don't like how the weather is not cold. You mean you don't like the warm weather?
Why did I word it like that? Okay. Okay, I don't like.
I'm just trying to make sure
I don't like that it's. I was about to say it again. I don't like how it's warm, and it's in the middle of the fall. Not even in the middle of fall. It's just like maybe a little early fall, but.
So you live in Florida? Why?
Scratch my desk. I didn't have a choice to move over here way back in 03, but I do have a choice now to leave. But well, you know, it's Florida. You can't leave. It's like an abyss. It sucks you in. It's a black hole.
I love it here.
I know you do.
Give me 95 degrees every day.
A few more degrees and it'd be copyright. You know, like we're sticking to the topic of music. It hit you.
Music.
Since we're sticking to the topic of music.
98 degrees.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that what you jam to?
No, not even close. Not even close, Karalyn.
I do love like that song they had, the Summer Girls or something.
Is that like one of their?
That must have been when you were like a baby or something.
1989. My older brother was listening to 98 Degrees. I just remember flipping through his album or like his
98
case.
Degrees. Yeah.
I'm sure.
Jessica Simpson's ex-husband.
That was the singer in 98 Degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's an ex for a reason. Because he made that band.
I mean, that could be true. Yeah.
I mean, my first concert was Savage Garden back in like 93, 94. 94? In Missouri?
Did your brother take you to that?
No, my parents did.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't bad. I just remember, wow, Savage Garden. It was
Savage Garden.
Literally in the middle of fucking nowhere. And
wow.
Yeah. Well, my interest in the stage arts began when I was Rudolph for a play.
Okay.
When I was in kindergarten.
Really?
So I lived in this place called Stover's, background check, in Missouri of all places. The only reason why we lived there is because my dad lost his job, engineer for so long for Boeing, California originally. So I guess somehow he found work in Missouri of all places, and we live in one of those like cliche small towns where everybody knows each other. Population like barely 2,000 or something, barely 3,000 or whatever. It's small. so you can imagine the school. It was every grade, and it was a small school. Anyway, my point is that I did this play as Rudolph. I remember it was so wild. This is like about to be 4 years old is when I started remembering things, because anything before that, it's like very, bleh, like I don't know.
Blurry, yeah.
But I just remember I just instinctively knew just to go in this room and I put the Rudolph outfit, it was just all brown. And then my nose, the antlers, and I just like stepped onto the stage and pretty much.
Sing?
Yeah, I did.
What did you sing?
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer song.
Okay.
Because I was Rudolph.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And I remember sitting in front of almost the whole school. I think it was like I said, it was small. I remember I had an itch on my ear because my ears were dirty that day. So yeah, I don't know why. I was a kid, I guess. And I remember I wasn't supposed to do that, and the teacher, I guess, or conductor, teacher was staying there, and she's like, no, like telling me not to. I was like, okay.
So you're like this,
Yeah.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed
Well, I was waiting for my
Reindeer.
part
Oh, okay.
because
Okay.
Santa Claus was in it. Anyway, that's how it all began. It was Rudolph, and then somewhere along the way, the Savage Garden concert wasn't too far after, and then I was also in the Three Little Pigs play.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What were you? Were you one of the pigs?
Can you guess? I was one of the pigs. Can you guess?
I don't remember what the
There's
pigs'
straw,
names
sticks, and
were. They
brick.
actually had names, the Three Little Pigs?
No, I'm just saying what they were famous for. They had
Oh, okay.
the pig with sticks, straw house, or brick house. Which one do you think I was?
Brick House.
No, I wish, because that dance was great. No, I was the one with sticks. And
Oh.
my embarrassing moment of that is
Yeah.
first time I did the play, I was walking with the sticks, and then, I tripped.
You tripped.
I dropped all the
You
sticks.
tripped. That's classic.
I could have been eaten by a wolf.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't.
Who was the wolf?
I don't remember. I barely remember anybody in kindergarten. Well, maybe a couple faces. So the whole the whole point of that all is that's where maybe that's where the interest in music came to be, or performing the art itself was just
Right.
being in some plays or something. But
Right.
I mean,
That's where your beginnings.
but who does who doesn't do plays when they're a kid? Did you?
I was in some plays. Yeah. Yeah.
Go on.
We always had these Christmas plays, and we would do they were almost like those musicals type plays, and they had them for each grade, and we'd all be in them. And then they always had. I went to Catholic school, so they had nativity at the end, and I was Mary. I played Mary. I always played Mary. And my brother was a baby at the time. And
So
he
he
was
was
baby
Jesus?
Jesus. Yeah.
Well, this is really weird. And who was the cradle? Anybody play the cradle?
There was no cradle. I was just holding him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow,
My brother.
that must have
yeah.
been something. Does your brother remember that? Even though he's a tiny kid?
I
Little.
don't think he remembers it. Yeah.
I remember.
He knows it happened, but I don't think because we have pictures, but I don't think he.
Isn't that
remembers
wild? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, from seeing a picture.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah. He was the baby. Well, and then the second year, I was married. He was too big to be the baby. So there was some other baby that I don't know who they were. Yeah.
It's too big to be the baby.
Yeah. He was
Get
too
in
big.
there.
He was too big to be baby Jesus. Yeah.
They still stuck you as Mary.
I was still married, but different baby Jesus.
This is not the same. Yeah.
It's like he could walk and stuff. It just didn't work.
Was your brother like older Jesus then?
It didn't go beyond the baby part.
Oh.
The show. Yeah.
Your agent told you sorry kid.
I think later on in life, when he was older and he did play Jesus, like grown up Jesus, and he had the cross and everything, and he did play Jesus again.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
that's full circle right there.
Yeah. It was
So see, you did a Christmas play too.
I did.
I think everybody does
Several
at least one.
Christmas plays. Yeah. Yeah. And we had to sing a lot, all different
Yeah.
stuff, and So yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how when you're a kid, getting up on stage is just like la 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 whatever, right? You don't even think about it, but when you're going, you're really focused, and you don't even really notice the audience or anything. It's really bizarre.
When you're with a bunch of kids, it's
Yeah.
like it's not like you're up there by yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just something a kid doesn't even think about though in general. Until it's like stage fright just doesn't even happen until I guess until you start going through puberty or something, going through the motions, high school and all that, where it's really all about putting up high school performance. If everybody catches my meaning, but yeah, but you see, okay. This is our really, really slow way of transitioning into talking about, well, we are talking about music, but like the whole theme, the whole shebang.
So what was your first gig?
Gig?
Did you say something about the Surfers Pub or something?
Oh, God. I'm glad you remember that
The Surfers Pub.
disaster. That was like...
Were you wearing that hat?
No.
Oh, okay.
All right. This is good. I like the pickup theme here. So
First gig.
the first gig was back in 2008, 2009, I think, when I was fresh out of high school. Class of 2008. I say class. I had a couple. It's like any other like garage band story. You had your friends you grew up with, their neighbors, and you're like, let's start a band, man. And they had a garage. That's pretty much how it was. My first drum set I bought was at that old music pawn shop store that used to be in Cape Canaveral, if you remember it.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Exactly. I bought this Enforcer drum kit. Came with the cymbals, just everything. It was like $500, and it's just like getting your first car. You don't know any better. You just want it, and just something to keep you, just get started, right? So that was when I was 18. So once everybody got my friends were already like good at like pretty decent at guitar. They were playing punk rock stuff. That's pretty much the gist of the band was punk rock. And then we kept going through like a bunch of different bassists, and that was always a good time. So none of our bassists knew what they were playing, even though we like handed them material. We tried to work with them, but you just get that one.
Even in a punk band?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And I love the bass guitar and everything.
Wow.
There's a lot of great bass guitarists out there, but we managed to make it work. Improvising. Sometimes you got to do that on the stage, right? Because you don't know what's going to come at you or whatever anomaly. So you got to get a little creative. But the first gig, finally to answer your question, was Pizza Day Rock.
Oh.
And I think when I had you on the show last year, the interview, I think I talked about that.
Yeah.
And
did Cameron hire you? Is it Cameron?
Cameron? I don't know. The guitarist was the booker.
Okay.
Pretty much, and he was really good about that. We didn't have. I don't think we had to pay for like a drop-in or anything. You just if the spot was there, it's just like okay, have at it. At least from my understanding, I don't know. I know sometimes you probably do have to pay for a spot, right? To book. No, you never have to pay for a booking.
No.
You personally never have to pay.
I've done free stuff, but never had to pay.
Okay, so it's just like first come first serve type deal, to see if they can let you get a spot.
I think. Well, I never had to do that, but I think it depends what kind of shows. If you're doing like metal and punk shows, there's usually like
a certain time for that.
There's like they have a bunch of bands play all in one night.
Yes.
Right.
That's how it
so
was. Yeah.
The gigs I did were actually for a lot of bars and restaurants, and they just had one band for the whole night. So it was set up different.
Okay.
So I think maybe those kind of shows, like they do it at Winfield's a lot.
Where's
metal
Winfield?
shows. Winfield's is in Satellite Beach.
Oh, and you play there sometime.
I
right?
don't play there
Oh.
because it's mostly kind of like those kind of shows.
Okay.
You know, it's like a metal and punk. And I used to play punk.
Yes.
But I throw something in a little bit here and there, but I'm not a punk band anymore. Yeah.
Those days are behind her.
Yeah, I'd do it again the opportunity arose. It's just not what I'm doing now. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned that Pokemon band.
But would that be considered? That might go in that.
I might get you roped in, Karalyn.
Oh God. Yeah. Not wearing no hats.
No, you don't have to wear a hat, but
Yeah.
maybe like this, like the outfit. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
We could find a Karalyn style Pokemon outfit.
We could adapt something.
could-
Yeah. We could adapt something.
We could all donate to this endeavor, we'll call it. So, yeah, Pizza Day Rock was the first place. Great place to go if you're, from what I'm told, and just for like whatever, any band really, especially in punk and stuff. Beginner bands, professional, local bands, whatever. So yeah, we were the opening band. So, you know, just like in comedians, open mic is like the hardest thing to do because you're warming up the audience.
Who did you open for?
Oh God. There was I know one of the band names, and they were at the time touring around the state. They were called the In Crowd.
Okay.
Don't even remember the other ones, but there was 3 after us. But anyway, Pizza Day Rock. If anybody remembers Pizza Day Rock, it was really like it's right next to where Tijuana Flats is in Merritt Island.
On 520 there.
That's where the T-Mobile place is now.
Right.
Not T-Mobile, Metro store is. That's where it used to be. So it was like this little hole in the wall, but it was great because, you know, they give you pizza and you give you music, you know, like local bands or whoever. So it was awesome. So the biggest thing about it was the only good show we played, and obviously it was the most nerve-wracking one because it was, you know, first time going on stage. And I just remember just hanging out behind the building, just waiting for our time to go and stuff. And then, oh God, I remember just setting everything up. It's nerve-wracking, Karalyn, especially the drum kit. and granted, our equipment was just pretty much like not good. It was like there's no half stack, no like switchboard or anything. It was just like 2 amps or something.
So you didn't have a PA or anything?
Yeah, we didn't have much. We had whatever mic that they had there, I think.
Okay.
They was
so they had their own PA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But everything else, we didn't really have much because it's you know, we're kids, 18 to 20 years old. Parents couldn't get us any like the high end equipment, so we just had to make do. You just had to make do pretty much, and that's how it goes in the beginning.
Right. Did you play covers or
No, it was all original stuff, so that was
That's
even
cool.
more difficult.
Yeah.
And you play about 5 songs, and the shittiest part was our amps were so like it's laughable, like how like our amps were nowhere as big as like the amps that you have, right? Or definitely not anywhere big as like in big old concerts like auditoriums and stuff. They were just run of the mill like normal sized amps, and I'm surprised we got through that show because it's very hard for a drummer to hear that shit when you're making pretty much a lot of noise when you're playing drums and kind of just hollows or just what's the word? It just takes over. But I think it went fine because I was still able to stay on key and everything, and then everybody else didn't seem like, oh my God, these guys are, what's wrong with their audio balancing and stuff. I think it was pretty good. But anyway, that was the first game. It was Pizza Day Rock. It was the only one that was good. And then you asked about Surfers Pub. That one sucked really bad because they were not set up for punk at all. Everything was like one outlet on one wall. It was meant for like acoustic. Like
Yeah, I remember.
We
Yeah.
were doomed for failure. And then we had someone say, "Boo, you suck," or something like that. Because it's a redneck bar, and we're playing like these, you know, punk rock is all about rebelling and doing all that crap, and some of the lyrics are talking about the current president at the time.
I'm sure you didn't get paid anything either. So
Free beer,
Yeah, exactly.
but I didn't drink beer at the time.
So yeah, it was all free.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and then we played at this place called Chalky's in Merritt Island. That would have went okay if it wasn't for my drums like sliding away from me the entire time because the floor was like, it was that floor, like wax flooring you see like in a bowling alley, like in the lanes.
That's why you gotta bring a carpet.
Yeah, things you figure out as you go. But one of the bands that played after us, they had a groupie just put their foot on the drum kit because they didn't bring a carpet either.
Oh.
And he was just keeping his foot there the entire
Just
time.
stood there and.
Yeah, and then also
That's original.
also we had technical crap going on. Bass's guitar just wasn't coming through the mic or something, or the amp. Ugh, it was a nightmare. So us playing on stage didn't last very long, just a few gigs, and that was it. I don't know.
What was the name of your band?
I guess it was fitting. It was called Loser Kids. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I guess we were really living up to the name. Young, dumb, and
I'm
full
glad
of
I asked that.
losers.
That was awesome.
Yeah. I don't know why
That
we
was
didn't.
for real?
Yeah, it was for real.
Who came up with that?
My guitarist, like
Oh.
both of them.
Oh.
I don't know why we didn't play any more shows. I mean, I know we had some rough and tumble along the way, but but you know, it was strange because I think the lead guitarist, you know, he was like, you know, the leader pretty much, and he wanted to record like a demo too. Which cost like, this was like a cheap ass demo that like a college student pretty much did for us at this place called Rocket Studios. I don't even remember where it was. I think maybe in Cocoa or Rockledge. I remember we brought everything in there, and like how I learned like studios back in the day, the equipment wasn't advanced enough to where you could play things one at a time, like record one track at a time. But I think back then it was just all at once.
Okay.
Or maybe some.
So you just guys were all in a room together with a microphone in the
So
middle?
I was in my own separate room,
Okay.
but the guitarists were like in the sitting area playing, and it just hooked up. So I kind of had my own sound room and stuff, which was cool. But Karalyn, it was awful. They even have like, we just had like 2 mics to my drums, not one for each drum. Yeah, you know exactly how that was gonna go. It's just
It's all good starts, though. That's how you learn.
our
That's how
timing.
you learn.
Our timing for the demo was just off and everything. Like I was just not happy with it. My guitarist was joyous about it, but I was not happy because something about that place. Like I couldn't. Not to get all technical, but I just couldn't hit the bass pedal that well in that place. I don't know what it was. Like I just couldn't get something going. I don't know, but it happened. $50. It's like this kid that was recording. He was just like I said, he looked like he was like our age at the time, like 18 or 19. It was ridiculous. That place didn't last very long. It shut down eventually.
Okay.
So that was around that time, and then what were you doing around that time? Were you doing anything music related?
2008?
2008, 2010?
Yeah, I was playing in a punk band. Yep. That's what I was doing.
Was your band name Loser Kids too?
No.
I'm excited to hear what the name
No.
is.
They called it, I didn't come up with the name, they called it Lady and the Tramps. Because I was the chick.
I think you
and
told me that.
The rest of them were dudes.
They were the Tramps.
And some of them really were tramps.
They dressed up as like. Did they have spaghetti as the theme, and you were the?
Oh no,
You see
no,
right
we
there?
didn't do any of that. But yeah, no, we were kind of like we started off as like surf skater punk,
Oh, cool.
and then we were like, we need to get gigs, and we're not getting them this way. So,
Wow, sounds like you went through your fun times too.
oh yeah, we had the primitive stuff like you were talking about too.
The caveman stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
We even
okay.
had some bad recordings in some home studio that
Oh.
the bass player was friends with from work, and And it didn't sound good.
Yeah. They were probably using like the free program Fruit Loops on their computer.
Something like that. Yeah. And yeah, we did that in the beginning, and but we were playing mostly covers, but it was covers of stuff pretty obscure unless you were into skater and surf punk.
So a lot of underground stuff?
Probably, yeah, somewhat, yeah.
Okay.
And then we started like going more mainstream and doing like Blink-182 and
Yes. Excellent. That was our main inspiration, by the way, was Blink.
Blink-182.
Yeah.
I mean, in that band there was 2 singers. Lead singers. There's me and then the other guy, Jeremy, and he sounded just like the dude from Blink-182. He sounded just like the dude from Green Day. So he did all those songs too.
Dang.
So, and we both played guitar, and then we had the bass player and the drummer.
So it's 4.
There's 4 of us.
Okay.
Yeah. So and I did all the chick stuff. There's some obscure stuff. We even wrote some songs in the beginning.
Yeah.
I don't remember what they are now, but
Maybe you'll play them one day. Wouldn't it be nuts?
I don't even remember.
Do you have the sheets?
No, we just
man, lost them.
learned them. You know, we just learned them. You know. And,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, but it was fun. It's fun. It actually kind of went on until like maybe 3 years ago, with different people, not all the same people, and then it became a 3-piece.
Yeah, that's
towards the end.
Became Blink and Green Day at that point with 3 people band.
So, but there's some good times. There's some crazy good stories. I learned a lot from those guys because I was the only chick, and I was the youngest one.
Really? Okay.
And I learned a lot of stuff that maybe I didn't want to know.
Like underwear size? Like that personal?
Probably that personal was some of them, yeah.
Karalyn, there's a lot of spaghetti
They're
today.
like my big brothers, you know. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Was there a theme of like how you guys dressed?
Not so much. We tended to go like for a while. I was shopping at Hot Topics a lot to get my outfits, you know.
Oh,
so it's
those
like
were the days.
Corsets, tops, and plaid skirts or the pleated skirts with like fishnet and the boots and stuff. Yeah, I did that for a while.
I should have done that.
I think that would have been a good look for you.
Maybe there's a Pokemon like corset.
And you just gotta put the hat on.
Yep.
I'm sure there was a Pokemon corset at Hot Topics.
Yeah.
Maybe they even have one now.
Maybe they have Pokemon tassels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
No.
You know.
So okay.
Yeah.
Do you still talk to those guys from time to time?
Some of them, yeah. I mean, the drummer is the same drummer I have now.
Wow.
So he's been my drummer for 15, 16 years.
No wonder he's so good.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Same drummer.
I've been the same drummer for my solo outings for about that long.
Really? Wow, that's impressive. Wow.
That's when I started playing. Actually, before I started playing drums, I was learning how to play guitar while I was saving up for drums. I remember that. And all my music I was learning was just Blink stuff.
Playing Blink is fun.
It is. I'm telling you. There's some good ones. Yeah. Yep. That's like...
This is growing up.
Yeah, Damn It's a great one. But, see, that's... when you're talking about indie bands or obscure punk bands, can you list a couple?
Obscure ones. I've forgotten that they really obscure ones, but we play like it's not so obscure, but No Effects.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There was some really obscure ones that I can't think of right now.
Was there like
Like the stuff you'd see at the Social in downtown Orlando.
Oh, okay.
We saw some really good
Is there
shows.
any like Ramones or Sex Pistols?
Oh yeah, we played Sex Pistols. I think we played Sex Pistols. I think we did play a Sex Pistol song, and then we played Ramones.
Okay. There's a few other ones.
No Effects.
Any like well you said Blink. Any like if we're gonna stick pop punk. Any Simple Plan stuff?
No, but I do like Simple Plan. Let me see.
I know there's Lagwagon, Phoenix TX.
Do we MXPX?
Phoenix.
Oh, but
Phoenix
we played
TX?
MXPX.
Oh.
That reminded me. Yeah.
On to something.
Let's see. What if I Googled? Oh no, YouTube. YouTube. How could I? Oh, social distortion.
Oh yeah, that's another one.
Yeah. Let's see. No effects. Broham. Oh yeah. Of course,
Broham.
We were a surf punk band, so you had to play Broham.
Oh, okay.
That was like the theme.
Yeah.
Pennywise. No, I don't think we played Pennywise. But
Oh, Pennywise. That's
those
right.
two, the bass player and the guitar player loved Pennywise, but I don't think we actually played Pennywise.
Yeah.
But it was all in that kind of Linoleum. We did play that. The other guy, Rancid. I think we played
Rancid. That's right. Yes. It's
Um,
hard to think of all this on the spot, you know.
I know, that's why I'm like YouTubing it and seeing what all the ones come up. Goldfinger.
Oh yeah.
God, there's so many. I miss those days. So I think we played some Bad Religion.
Bad Religion's another one.
I think we might have, or we talked about it. MXPX.
Yeah.
Let's see what else.
So you guys played a lot.
Oh yeah. We did play a lot.
That's great.
I guess that gives you an idea. And we played other stuff too, but I just can't remember them all now.
Well, that's okay. We know
But,
we now know the Christmas list of Karalyn's old punk days.
Yeah. Hot Topics.
She shopped at Hot Topic too.
Yeah. I have not in a while, but yeah, once in a while, still see what I can find there. Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah. I honestly, I haven't done anything band related or like. See, that's the thing. That's why my drums are so like. They're a little out of tune, but I know the cymbals need to be replacing. But, you know.
It's the expensive part.
Yeah, they're like Zildjian cymbals are like at least minimum $100, and.
Sorry.
Nah, I mean we're all up close to like the background showing over there, and it's fine. But you know, when you're not doing something like that, like a huge project, like especially playing music with other people, right? You kind of just like, whatever. It's like I'll just save my money and spend it elsewhere. That's why I left my cymbals to be battered and broken almost, pretty much, because it's like, oh well, I'll change like the head of the drums because it's not that expensive, or get new drumsticks when I break them. But cymbals, that's a different story.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's just a hobby now, and it's like when I was with the band, like Loser Kids, you're never gonna forget that one.
Those are kids.
Because we got back into being a band like twice, like back in 2008 and then 2015, I think 2014, 2015, and we didn't play. I don't know why we didn't play any gigs when we got back, but I remember us just playing, like practicing every freaking day. Just
That's good.
I know, but oh my god, it was tiring as hell.
It does get tiring.
And just because our goal was for all that, the purpose was just recording like an actual good demo and pay the money, and so we'd be doing that the whole time, and then eventually when we got to the studio, talk about a night and day difference from the studio I went back in 2008 to this one in 2015. It was just night and day difference on studio, the record studio itself, the equipment, and just the whole shebang, and the producer. Oh my god, that guy was blunter than my elbow. Like he'll let you know. I was like, well, I mean, I understand he has to know. He has to let you know. It was like, no, this doesn't work. No, this doesn't sync. But the thing is with producers, they kind of try to go it their way, so you gotta pull them towards your way. Sometimes you're like, no, we're keeping this in there. So there's like that creative difference thing going on. So that kind of happened. So we had the goal of doing 5 songs.
Was this with Loser Kids?
Yeah, it was still Loser Kids.
Okay.
With capital L. It went down to 1 song this time.
Yeah.
Because.
It takes so long.
Yeah, because he was saying it's like, you know, you can think you're in sync when you're playing live or playing in like in your garage or something, and you're like, yeah, we're doing great, blah blah. But when you're in a studio, you have to be 100%.
Right.
You got to be right on the mark. So we did this one song. I can't tell you how many takes it took. It took like oh my god. When I was done with that studio with the song that we got, I didn't play drums for like a whole month.
Yeah, it does.
I was burnt out.
Pretty tedious. Yeah. Yeah. Makes you play better though.
It does.
Yeah.
Because it's all about the metronome, right? And I don't have a metronome here.
Yeah.
But it did help quite a bit. But it came out like this guy. I give him credit, of course, because he got the song done, like mixed and everything in one day.
Wow.
And he charged us like $500 something for all of it.
Okay.
And it came out amazing. And the song was called Fed Up.
Okay.
I guess we were all fed up after that night. Yeah, I'm trying to. If we used to have a Facebook page with the song on there, but we made that song. It came out great. Everyone that I handed it to, I was the only one that was trying to like distribute it among the populace, not just social media, like handing out physical copies with like one disc on it. I mean, not one disc, one song on it. Mm-hmm. But whatever, you just buy empty copies and you put it on. So that's what it takes. And none of my other bandmates did that. I was like they were so. I think they got burnt out. I really do.
Just from that one song?
Just from doing that whole operation. Because I got burnt out, right? But like they were so gung-ho and everything. We're like, yeah, we're going to get this. We're going to publish it. Put it on Pandora. That was like the next step, right? Or put it on here. Did not happen. And then the guitarist, he originally wasn't even living in Florida. He was living in Georgia at the time with his wife. So he came to town visiting and did the recording, and then he went back. So his priorities were shifting, but my other guitarist, he's like, dude, this was all your idea. We did all this practicing. You got to come down. We got to do this. But once it was all done, recorded, he went back to Georgia, and then
that was it.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, it was kind of a sucky feeling because like. I was like, this is a good song. Like, I legit thought it was good. Not the stuff we recorded the first time back in 2008. That shit sucked. I did not have a good time on that. Yeah. So that was just a bummer. And we weren't really like... I remember I was telling him, like, hey, I'm passing out all these CDs and stuff. And, like, I barely got any, like, reception out of it or something. Right. I was like, all right. I'm glad we did all that for a waste of time. Spent
not for a waste. You still have it, right?
Yeah, we still have it, but I don't know whose it is at this point.
You can put it out again.
Yeah, it could.
You could give it to another band.
But see, we're not friends anymore.
You could give it to another band and like another punk band, or is it a punk song?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but...
or may start...
It'd be weird because...
Pokemon and teach them the song.
Oh God, that'd be insane. I mean, if they have the ability, if they're naturals at guitar, and they can like listen to it and learn it. I don't know the tabs for it.
Sure,
or anything.
they can. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but I might get in trouble because I probably get a knock on the door from one of them and be like, "Hey, what are you doing with the music that we made?"
No, then you can pay them. But for now, I don't think they're gonna find out.
We're gonna stand up for what we believe in here.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. Well,
I had an idea.
You had another idea, and do you remember?
You keep giving me ideas, but I think you should start a recording studio here.
Oh shoot, that's so much money though. All right, first problem, excuse, is the money.
Mr. Nick's recording studio.
I know a guy, Karalyn, to where that can actually be arranged. I think it's possible.
Some extra income.
Yeah.
And
because this friend of mine that I met earlier that I trained at the gym, he's a musician. He has like an electric drum kit, and he's got a bunch of guitars, keyboard, and all that. But he'll like record stuff and then mess with it on the computer. That could be something. Actually, he's been wanting to play music lately together. He's like, I'll bring my stuff over and stuff.
Who would want to see Mr. Nick, recording engineer? And he'll wear the hat, too. He will wear the hat while he's recording your tracks.
Try again. Nah, I'm thirsty. Yeah, and I gotta go to the bathroom.
Meanwhile, you got a game of Pokemon going on.
I'm gonna record your music, Karalyn. That's right. I'm gonna get the whole band here.
You can record my music.
I'm gonna get everybody. I'm just, you know what? I'm gonna take a sip.
All the dudes.
All the tramps and one lady.
Oh, that would be fun to get the tramps back together and record.
Oh shoot.
That would be very interesting. A tramps reunion.
Everyone, put the corset. You still got your corset? Yeah, I still got my corset. You still got the
I was
stockings?
the only one with the corset.
Oh, okay. Well, I was,
Yeah.
Do you still have those?
I think I have some of them.
All right. So the reunion happens. That's gonna be the ticket to bring them back in as the corset, or.
You know, that's a good idea. Wonder how if I can get them all together.
These are lofty goals.
Oh yes.
Well, you know what? Okay, so this is actually why I like music so much, is that you can just pick up an instrument at any time in your life and just learn how to play, and just go.
Why did you choose the drums?
It was always guitar first.
Mm-hmm.
But we already had, I think, mainly because the band we already had like 2 guitarists.
Right. So you just like.
So it's not like I got the short end of the stick, but I was okay. Like drums was like next on the list that I really wanted to play, and like some people just have such a creative mindset when they're playing instruments and stuff like that. They're just naturals or prodigies or whatever, right? There's always those people where their brains are like wired that way. Mine wasn't for the longest time. Like my brain was pretty shackled when it came to like creative stuff. Mm-hmm. Even when I was learning like songs to playing with them, it took a while to let loose. You know what I'm saying? Like to just like think outside the box. It was really weird how it actually happened. Well, I had a good friend that I used to work with at Ron John Resort out in the pool, and something about his personality, like it was just like unfiltered, just saying whatever. Like it was the funniest guy ever, but he would say the most bizarre stuff, and that kind of inspired me. And then just to be like, okay, that's him. He's just being outside the box. He's just thinking wacky, and you kind of have to do that when you're playing music and thinking of stuff to play. You have to think outside the box, but also it's got to be a natural inclination to do that. So I didn't have a natural inclination yet until one summer I went to California. It was so weird. I didn't play drums for like a whole month. I was there for I can't remember how old I was, but this was like the stepping stone before I met my friend. So I think this might have been around maybe 2010, 11 or something. And I didn't play for a month. I stayed out there for a while. And when I came back, there was something that hit me. I was listening to the music. I was listening. Like anybody can listen to a song, but I was like taking, peeling it layer by layer, and really listening to the musicians play and understanding like what they're doing, and how can I take from that. And that's probably when it first hit me. It was so weird. And then I came back and I was just like I think I was a better drummer. I was just more loose. I was more comfortable, and I was able to kind of just get something going where it didn't sound like noise. It's noise, but it was noise that you can actually sit down and be like, oh, okay, not bad. And I knew I knew that I was on the right track is when my next door neighbor, you can hear a drummer playing, like it's not that hard. I go outside to take a break because I'm like sweating like crazy, and then the neighbor comes out, nice lady, and she's like, hey, you sounded really good. And I was like, thank you. It's because of you. It's like I feel great. I'm on the right track. And that's just like a passerby or a bystander, right? Well, she wasn't. She was mainly a bystander because she had no choice but to listen to it because I was playing. But that made me feel really good. But like, and once it all came to be, this is when I started writing. Okay, this is when I started really understanding how music should be played with the free flow and just finding a rhythm from whatever you play. meeting that one friend that kind of opened that avenue of just being yourself, being wacky or whatever. I mean, you know me to be a wacky, crazy guy, Karalyn. So, it pretty much all stemmed from that, and then it kind of it was a blanket over everything I did. Wacky do or just like unpredictable or random, like all that stuff, because it's like this is who I am deep down. So anyway, the point is I was able to do that with music, and nowadays it's easy as pie to just go and like just play an instrument or just drums, and then just going with the flow, whatever is fitting the mood.
That comes with experience.
Yeah, that too. Well, exactly. And learning drums in the beginning was hard, and
yeah,
it may just be like hitting things with a stick, right? Anybody can do that. Like I'm doing it right now, right? But if you can turn that into a rhythm and stuff, that's the hard part.
With like 8 arms.
Right. doing all this freaking crazy shit.
Yeah.
But every instrument has that own mentality. Guitars have this axe, this wonderful electric or acoustic axe you're holding, this weapon of awesome destruction. You got your frets, you got your guitar strings, you got strumming and alt strumming and just going up and down. It's also a complicated mess. The same thing with piano. You got all the different keys and stuff, and can this hand coordinate with this hand? Mm-hmm. That's the hardest fucking part. So like that with like guitar, like that with drums. For me, it's drums. It's like learning to coordinate with every limb. Like you said, 8 arms. Like I might as well just headbutt things now.
Right.
But that's the fun part. Like that's the great part. Yeah, that's the story of how Nick unlocked his mind when it came to playing music. Like I don't know if you had to go through that or anything. Maybe it naturally came to you because, like I said, some people are just naturally gifted, and it's just boom. I get it.
No, I definitely had to work at it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of trials and embarrassing situations,
and you had your dad playing music, right?
My dad played music, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, see, this is the other crazy thing. Maybe maybe he was the inspiration of like how you got into it because you couldn't help but hear it all the time or something, right? To where it's just like, fine, I'll play. Mm-hmm. With me, I was the only one in the family that played an instrument. Mm-hmm. Or wrote a book or whatever, right? Like I was that side of the spectrum. My brothers were just good at like drawing and stuff. And my dad was an engineer. So, yep, I was the only one. So I didn't have I was pretty much mainly self-taught. I'm not bragging or anything. I'm just saying like that was the trials and tribulation for me. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you something. Don't ever read drum tabs. It's a nightmare.
I've seen them. I have no idea.
Yeah. I learned how to do easy guitar tabs. I can read that for the most part, but learning cover songs and stuff to kind of open up my arsenal and all that. I remember just like I would watch people on YouTube and I just see how they do it for a song I wanted to learn. And I remember just like stop, replay. Stop, replay, stop, replay, stop, replay, rewind, until I saw like every piece. Okay, he's doing it this here, and then his other arm's doing this. Oh my god, that was a nightmare. Anyway, so now I'm kind of like trying to do that with piano. I'm not so hardcore with piano. I just play it here and there. Yep, just a little mini electric Casio. Karalyn pointing to the keyboard over there. All right, batteries might fall off. Hey!
Oh, I'm causing destruction here.
So this is it. This is okay. We just put it. This is like not an accordion. There's no straps to it. You're advertising it.
Like this.
Yeah. The price is right. Karalyn's a nice lady, and I'm Bob Barker. Hey, how much do you guess? $300. Yeah. So That was only $50, by the way.
Oh wow.
Yep. Yeah, reach for it, Karalyn.
I got it.
All right.
Yes.
You're lengthy.
I will. Gotta like reach over there.
Yeah.
Not too far. Yeah. Yeah.
Wasn't a stretch. So anyway, Karalyn, in the end, you and I both love music very much in our own ways, and you're still rocking the music plane, music world, which is great. Which I think, honestly, is an inspiration for all. Not to brown nose you right now or butter you up, but the best thing I like about you, Karalyn in general, when she's, you see Karalyn now, right? But when you go on stage, everybody knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's a whole different Karalyn, which is great. This is like the wild, beastly Karalyn, just rocking out and everything, and just hanging loose and just letting it all fly out, right? Because, throughout the day, besides working out and stuff, we keep that energy stored up for a while, right? Then when you go on
Yeah.
stage, it's like, what?
Something happens. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like a Jekyll and Hyde situation.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Something happens. Yeah.
But see, you don't find any other experience like that.
No, we
You
don't.
don't.
Yeah.
And there's just like, see, it's just great thinking about it, because when you're playing music, with your bandmates, you get in sync, and it's the best thing in the world, and you feel it. You feel the synchronicity. It's insane. Like you're all tethered.
The synergy of.
Yeah.
Yeah. You yeah.
It's insane. It's like when you and your guitarist, other guitarists, like just jam out like during an interlude or something, or doing a solo, but you're just kind of just winging it or something. But you know how the song should sound like, but you're able to implement that, and you're just having a great time. You're just going. You're just
Yeah.
going.
Yeah. You're
So-
just going. Yeah. 4 hours. Yeah.
Check please.
Yeah. No, it's good. My guitar player introduced me to Monster Energy drinks. So we can
Oh
make
my
it
god,
through.
yeah.
Make it through. Well, they don't need them all the time. but
You gotta watch out
sometimes
for the original Monster. That stuff hurts my heart.
It's it helps when you need a little.
A little kick.
Kick
but
start,
you
yeah.
have some mixed drinks too. You have the amaretto, right?
I do. Yeah.
Which she introduced me to it.
The Di Serono.
The Serrano, no rocks, right? No, it is on rocks.
Sometimes I have no
Crushed
rocks.
ice.
Yeah.
I remember it was at Beach Shack, and you showed me that, or you let me know about it. I was like, Karalyn, this is good.
But it's good.
But it's not the best one. I remember you were
I
telling me
remember they
that.
didn't have Di Serono there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes a difference.
You know what's
That's more calming as opposed to the Monster
yeah.
takes the tiredness away from me.
Yeah, well, I think
Yeah.
when you have that the amaretto, it helps with your throat too.
It does.
Right.
Does. Definitely does. That's when I drink it straight. If I have like a cold or something. Yeah.
Go.
Straight.
We'll get
straight
some
up.
on the show sometime, folks.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll
We'll bring some Monster. We'll bring some Di Serono. And Coke
good.
Zero.
Not
is-
sponsored by Coke Zero, by the way.
What is your drink of choice?
This is just the nectar, classic nectar of the gods, which is just
This
water.
Water.
Mhm.
That's probably the best.
Actually, I've been drinking some Propel
Oh.
water, Karalyn.
Okay.
And
It's good for the workout.
see, that's the thing.
Mm.
The only thing I drink while I'm working out is just water.
Yeah.
I tried pre-workout maybe once or twice.
Yeah. How is that? I've
Awful.
never tried it. Bad.
It hits me like a freight train. Yeah.
Really?
Like, I'm not a coffee drinker.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really when it comes to alcohol, I'm not a big drinker. Like, I'm lightweight, folks. I get the jitters. I get the headaches, Karalyn. Not just from wearing this hat, but just 2 beers and I'm like, oh, my head hurts.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you just gotta have a shot.
Just get it over with.
And when you're going on stage, have a shot. So some people do. Just take a
They
shot,
do?
or
They
they have a
do?
mixed drink. Especially if they're playing in front of hundreds of people, thousands of people, tens of people. Doesn't fucking matter. God, you know what? I should have done that when I would do like performances at school, like presentations. Just sneak
Do a
bottle.
shot.
But
Before you went on as Rudolph. Be like,
As
hold
a
on,
fo-
guys.
hold on,
As a
guys.
kindergartner.
I'm not 4. I'm not in the band Loser Kids, I swear. Like, what? What was I going to say? But here's the thing. The more experience you have on stage, right, and practicing, of course, it's the confidence thing. And that's what happens. And I learned that when it came to doing stage or class presentations, too, is you just keep practicing the material. Learn it, know it, fucking live it, for crying out loud. Sleep with it, I don't know. Just roll around in the hay with it. And that's how it is to me. What I think I didn't play enough gigs to really get comfortable, but you have plenty. It's just like second nature. Like I think that's the main reason why you're able to do it. It's like so often, a day after work, a day after the gym, when you're fucking killing it, Karalyn, and then you're able to just do 4 hours, a break in between, of course, because we're all humans. But that's nuts, though, when you think about it. Like, it's crazy, but you're used to it. You know it. It's just something you love doing, and that's why, ladies and gentlemen, why music is so special. You don't have to play it to enjoy it. You can just listen to it and just vibe like crazy. I hate that word, vibing. I hate how that's like the common term now. But this is the day and age we live in. But it's just so fun. Like, I can't stress it enough. I always say, like, somebody should always learn one instrument. Just try to, right? Someone should write a book, at least one book, or one piece of literature in their life.
Somebody should wear a hat like Nick at least one time in their life.
You know, I'm gonna wear. Are you gonna be at the gym tomorrow?
Yes.
I'm gonna wear this hat
Okay.
and be like, Karalyn. You're like, what are you doing?
Okay.
Ugh.
Wear that hat.
And be like, Karalyn, it's close to Halloween. It's close to Halloween, everybody.
It is. Oh my God. It is.
Yeah.
It is. I gotta go back to Hot Topics. No.
You have corsets in these size? Oh, ma'am, stop. If it's me asking, like, who set you up for this? I just see you just running.
The dude with the Pokemon shirt.
Yeah.
It's a hat.
Like, come on in. Well, they sell Pokemon stuff
Yeah.
there, too, which is funny. Okay. Before we go, Karalyn, music. Love it or hate it?
Hate.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Same here. I can't believe the camera's over there this time. No wonder I was like messing with this the whole time. Anyway, I would say closing statements, whatever. That music is great, of course. I already said it, but I'm going to beat it like a dead horse. Everybody should pick up an instrument, give it a shot. There's always something that, attracts you to a certain instrument. If you're not sure which one it is, Karalyn, I'm sure one of the things is maybe go to a live show and see which instrument is grabbing your attention, maybe, or something, or mess with it. I don't know. Just hear the sound.
See what inspires you.
Yeah, like Coke Zero or Amarettos. But Karalyn, any closing thoughts for the show? Anything music related or anything in general?
Rock on, guys.
All right, that was perfect. I paid her $100 for that. I didn't. What are you doing for Halloween, Karalyn?
Nothing.
No, you're not playing at like a Halloween show or anything? First time I saw Karalyn was around Halloween, playing a live show. I
Really?
remember. Yes, because you had the props up. It was awesome.
Really?
It was at the wine place that's next to me here.
Oh,
Yeah,
the Bolly
whoa.
Bar.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they really decorate there.
Yeah, it was cool. I remember
that's
that.
Right.
Anyway, so you're not playing a show on Halloween Day? I think what is it, on a Monday?
It's on Monday.
Oh,
yeah.
but what about like the day before? Anything Halloween themed?
I'm playing at Hunker Down. I don't
Maybe
know.
they'll dress
I don't
up.
know if they'll decorate.
Small place, you can just throw like a tassel and it's already decked out. Okay, well, I don't know if
I guess I
doing
should think about that. Maybe I should make it Halloween.
fun. Wear the corset, Karalyn. Oh man, I
I'll
will be
pretend
there.
I'm back in Lady and the Tramps. That'll be that's Karalyn from Lady and the Tramps.
I think your drummer would find that amusing
You
too.
probably would, yeah.
So, I hope you enjoyed the new camera perspective for this one. Yeah, I know. I can choke myself to death. Sorry, Karalyn. I'm not a train conductor. If I pull it off, like my wig comes off, I had one on. Karalyn, stop! I can't believe you did that.
It's just like tempting. I can't help it.
You're like a cat now.
It's just like, ugh.
You see the abuse I put up with? Everybody, thanks for stopping by. The Niko and Karalyn, K&N, something show, Karalyn and the Tramp show, saying goodbye.